Alright, so what's going on, guys? My name's Chopper, and the Call of Duty Zombies comic issue number 4 has just came out, and today we're going to be looking at all the content that's in it, breaking it down, and explaining everything. Now, for the next one that comes out for issue number 5, I'm going to be trying 2 different styles. In this one that we're going to do right here today, I'm going to just break down all the content and sort of explain it in a condensed form, and obviously, I'm going to show you guys some pictures from it and everything like that. But I think for issue number 5, I'm actually just going to sit down and live react to it, I guess read it, just for you guys, and we'll maybe go through it like that. Basically, we'll start on the first page together, and we'll just go through it and explain it as we go along. So you guys can tell me which style you prefer, either the condensed explanation like how it's going to be today, or the live reading, which is going to be next month's episode. So anyway, before we jump into this, guys, just make sure you do follow me on Twitter so you can vote on that. I'm going to, just kind of take your feedback from the comments and then the responses on Twitter. So links down below in the description. Make sure you guys do drop me a follow on Twitter. And without too much further ado, guys, we're going to jump into this, but also make sure you do drop a like on this video right now if you do end up enjoying this. So starting where we left off in issue number 3, our 4 transit characters were in these pods getting their blood samples taken, and then they woke up and discovered a brand new world outside, but this one was cleansed and it was basically perfect. We can see Stuhlinger right here kind of marveling, looking at the window, just is absolutely stunned by how perfect it is. Now, zombies end up attacking our characters and they need a plane to escape, so they break the glass right there, they shoot it down and jump into that world, or into that forest that they see in front of them. They escape the zombies, but they end up finding a path, or sort of a cliff, that leads to this. They stumble across this sort of camp or facility that's just beyond the trees, and it's sort of built into the mountains here now. The thing is, it's not inhabited by anybody. There are no humans, no workers, just like not even zombies have gotten to this place yet. So it's very, very strange, and our characters do end up going here because right now they're seeking refuge, trying to get away from the zombies and be safe. So they go down to this camp and post up in the barracks that are down there, and there's food and weapons and literally everything that they need to survive. So it looks like they found some kind of safe haven, right? But the zombies are still on their trail and still going to attack, so they all go into a different set of barracks, get their weapons, and they set up a crossfire when the zombies arrive. So the zombies come in, get absolutely mauled, and then they eventually run away and they give up. So it seems like the coast is clear now. So with the zombies gone, they are basically just chilling now. We see Russman right here just cooking up some food. Marlton goes around and looks for like the power sources of the place. Stuhlinger goes off and does his own thing, but basically they're all very relaxed right now and just at leisure. It stays like that only until Stuhlinger finds a certain door at the back of the facility, and Richtofen starts talking to him and tells him that he needs the others to help him go in there. And when he opens into that door, we can see by Stuhlinger's reaction right here that this is not something that he wants to do at all. Right here, Richtofen is explicitly telling him that this is not something that he can do alone. He's got to convince the others in his group to help him complete this task. You guys are going to see what that is in just a minute. So Stuhlinger's kind of conflicted right here. He doesn't really know what he should do at this moment. He knows right now that it's going to be extremely hard to convince the others to follow his plan because they just got to this barracks. They just got to what is, literally the safest place that they've been in a very, very long time. So they want to enjoy it. They don't want to put themselves into any more danger or trouble. So Stuhlinger needs to devise a plan in order for them to assist him. Right now, Stuhlinger is extremely on edge. He goes back to the barracks where the others are staying. He busts into the door, almost delusional, and is telling them that he needs their help. And they're all freaking out because, they've been at leisure this whole time while Stuhlinger needs help with some kind of plan, and they all think that he's absolutely crazy. Missy tries to put her hand on Stuhlinger to calm him down, but he ends up, pushing her off. And then this is where Marlton pulls a gun on Stuhlinger and wants to take him out right here and right now. The situation has escalated to where Marlton is pointing his gun at Stuhlinger, Russman ends up sticking up for his buddy Stuhlinger and pulling a gun on Marlton, and everybody is at a complete stalemate and a standstill, and we don't know where it's going to go from here. There's a lot of tension between them right now, but before any decision is made, what happens is zombies pull up very, very fast. Marlton's security measure that he had set up around the facility ended up failing for some reason. Either this is because Richtofen had it set up that way, or we just don't really know, or it was a faulty trap, we're not really sure, but the zombies got through and they ended up getting into the barracks as soon as that happened, so they all have to flee. They can't deal with this right now about who's betraying who, things like that. They just need a way out. So they all go off now. They are pretty set up because in these barracks, right, they have a lot of guns, they have a lot of weapons. They're pretty well off against these zombies right here. So they are okay with being separated, and Stuhlinger goes off on his own right now. He's extremely upset right now because the crew did not help him. He's mad at Richtofen, he's frustrated, and he ends up going to finish this mission by himself. He wants to break into that door and do it alone, even though Richtofen specifically told him, explicitly said, you need the others to do this, but Stuhlinger does not want to listen to that. So he goes to the door and breaks in by himself. In this particular door, he finds this setup right here, this absolutely insane room with a lot of security measures. You can see all the computers and equipment around the room guarding a very special artifact at the very back. You can see that orange glow sort of being held there and being protected. We also learned from Richtofen right here that this is Maxis' setup, or this is basically what he had created, and this is protecting the ancient artifact that's at the very back of the room, so Stuhlinger is going to go up and get it. It's also revealed at this time that our characters are in a different dimension. They're on what Richtofen calls a tangent timeline. This is one where humans never existed in this realm. This was a completely blank universe, even without zombies, but obviously our crew kind of brought in the zombies when they did the thing when the pods and sort of went to this dimension in the first place, but this was completely clear until now. So Stuhlinger then goes up to the artifact that's at the back of the room, shoots the glass, breaks it. Richtofen freaks out on him because he does not want him to damage what we see as the artifact that is indeed the Kronorium. This is where it's been the entire time, locked away in this room. So Stuhlinger breaks the glass, he unleashes the Kronorium, picks it up, and is, kind of happy that he did this all by himself, tells Richtofen that this was all his responsibility and he got it. But then obviously the alarm goes off because this was a pretty set up room. The alarm starts to go off, the security systems are activated. In that middle picture, we see what the security measures are, with some kind of being with both a robot foot and a zombie foot. So it seems to be a kind of robot-zombie hybrid. And we see the fear in Stuhlinger's face right here, and he's uncertain of what's going to happen next. And then right here's the last page of the comic that we get before, obviously, the loading screen. And we see these absolutely terrifying and monstrous zombie robot hybrids. All of them have both mechanical parts and these like zombie organic parts that we're used to seeing. But these look absolutely vicious. And I guess this is where the 5th comic is going to pick up, which is extremely exciting. Now, it's also worth mentioning a big part of this comic was Richtofen talking about how this current timeline that we're on, we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but the current universe and prime timeline that they're in is actually one that doesn't really matter too much. This was just used, my guess, as a safe haven to secure the Kronorium. This was like a place that Maxis has set up and is just keeping that there, so it's away from humans, it's away from zombies, anything that could be in harm's way. The Kronorium is going to be safe, basically for eternity, as long as it would remain there. There also are a bunch of different ciphers in this comic that if they happen to have like extremely crucial or exciting information, I'm going to make a separate video about, but this comic in and of itself has been absolutely just ridiculous. This has probably been my favorite one so far, just in terms of all the story we've got and what it's explained, and it's sort of connecting the Blundo universe and the Zelensky universe in a way that I never thought would happen. I personally think it's really cool how they're playing with the idea of Maxis's like robots and sort of the tech that he's created. Obviously, he made Sophia, he's made these zombies. Maxis has been like, he's been very smart about technology, and I like how they're kind of relating that in. The story where it is right now is really starting to pick up. In the first couple ones, it was kind of slow. Nothing really happened. We didn't really learn anything new. It was just rehashing old storyline information that we had already known about. But it seems like where it's going to go in the 5th comic, my prediction for this anyway, is we're going to get even closer to Stuhlinger meeting Richtofen, or Richtofen able to secure the Kronorium from Stuhlinger's hands, because he has secured it. He just hasn't escaped with it yet, right? Then that's where we're leaving off in the 4th comic with like all of these mechanical, these half-hybrid robots, which I think is really sick. So that's pretty much the breakdown, the explanation of issue number 4. Now, issue number 5 will be coming out next month, and like I said at the beginning of this video, I need to know which style you guys prefer. So, like, maybe this will change on the 6th, on the 6th one that we do, but for number 5, I'm going to do a live reading on it. Not like a live stream, but I'm just going to live record myself and, like, my reaction to that, make it into a video, but we'll see how that goes. Like, this one was just one I wanted to condense the information and explain to you guys, and all I need to know is which kind of style that you guys like better, because I don't really care either way. It's just whatever you guys want to see. If I do a live reading and explanation like as we go, that video will probably end up being a lot longer than the, just kind of the condensed explanations are. So it's just really what kind of style that you guys are into. And I'm sure people are going to have different opinions. So if you guys do want to let me know about that, either leave it in the comment section of this video or the next video that we do, or you can tweet it to me on Twitter whenever you want to. The links to that's down below in the description. You guys should definitely go drop me a follow if you do want to talk to me on there. But like I said, guys, honestly, either way is cool with me. I just want to be able to bring the information to you guys, and it just really depends on how you want to have it. I can do a live reading where we both basically start from page 1 and we kind of read along together, or I can read it myself, I can think about it, I can process the information, and I can make a production just kind of showing you guys the information laid out. So let me know your opinion on that. Like I said, either way doesn't matter. Just kind of give me your feedback either on Twitter or in the comment section of this video and the next one. Just whatever works for you. It's completely cool. Now, and also let me know what you guys are thinking of the Call of Duty Zombies comics in general, and also this issue. I mean, right now I'm really into the comics, especially this one. This was probably had to be my favorite one so far, and they just seem to keep getting better, which I'm really excited for. And I hope, and hopefully it can kind of continue this momentum. I know it's not like maybe the most interesting thing for people who aren't really interested interested or invested in the story. They just care really about the gameplay. But to me anyway, this is pure gold, and I absolutely love bringing you guys information, talking about the comics, and I get very, very excited when they do drop. So anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about all this stuff in the comment section down below. Thank you everybody so much for watching. That is going to be the video for today. Also, make sure to drop a like if you guys did end up enjoying this, and if you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe for more stuff just like this kind of content. But other than that, guys, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.